All right, so for numbers 1 and 2, we're just counting the elements. So if you guys remember, just look for the capital letter. So if you take a look right here, we got capital C and lowercase u, so that's one element. So our first element is Cu.
You see me?
I do. And if there is no number behind it, that means there is one of that element. So there's one Cu. Okay, next element, next capital letter is S, and there's no number behind this one either, so there's one S. And then the last one is O, capital letter O, and there's a 4 behind it, so there are 4 oxygens. So hopefully this is a refresher from last time. We learned how to count the elements. We're going to keep doing that today, so just wanted to make sure that you remember how to do it. All right, for this molecule right here, again, same thing, look for the capital letters. We got capital C, lowercase u, so we got Cu. It also has no number, so there is only one. We got capital C and capital N. Now, if you look, there's no numbers, so it's just one, but the parentheses has a 2 on the outside. So you multiply the inside by the outside. So 1 times 2 is 2. So we have 2 C's and 2 N's. Okay, so those are the elements. All right, so we're going to do the bubble diagram for number 3. So what we got to do first is split the equation down the arrow, right? The arrow is that what splits the equation. So we're going to start with the left side. If you look at the left side, there's a carbon by itself. So we're going to write C, and that's going to be our first bubble. We have H, and that's also by itself. So we're going to put that in its own bubble. Okay, so that's the left side. So left side, pretty easy. No molecules or anything. It's just C and H separated. If you look at the right side, though, we got a molecule. We got CH4. So we got a bubble for C, and we have 4 H's attached to it. And again, it does not matter how you orient them. As long as all of them are connected, you're good. So you should have 5 bubbles, 1 carbon, and 4 hydrogens. Again, if you did it like in a line like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's fine. If you did it kind of in like a circle like that, that's fine. As long as they're all connected, yeah.
When do we know when to connect?
Yeah, you know how to connect them based on if they're separated by like a plus sign. So if it was something like this, like HC, then you would put like an H connected to it. Yeah, the plus sign and the arrow separate them. Great question. All right, any questions on the bubble diagram?
Why do you put numbers?
Hmm?
Why are you? Why you never put numbers?
What do you mean numbers?
So we don't have an assignment?
We do.
Why you never? Babe, why would we not have an assignment? Why would you never put it in the labels?
We just haven't gone there yet. Okay, everybody good so far?
Yes.
All right, so obviously you guys look at this and this is unbalanced, right? Because if you look at the left side, how many C's do we have?
1.
1. How many H's do we have? 1. So we got 1 C and 1 H. Let's write that down.
1, 6,
And what I want you to do is take about 10 seconds. I want you to write down how many of each element are on the right side of the arrow. Okay, I know it's pretty easy, but...
Why did... Oh, no, never mind.
Why did the toilet paper get stuck on? Never mind.
Okay, so just write down how many C's, how many H's you got.
Assignment. This is right there. I forgot. Genuinely.
All right, so if you look at the right side, we got 1 carbon, right? And we have 4 hydrogens.
Yeah.
I have a
Okay,
question.
yes.
Who drew that turkey?
I'm not too sure. I got here today and it was there. Anyway, so if you guys take a look, the element that is not balanced, okay, it is unbalanced, and the element that's unbalanced is hydrogen, right? You guys see that? There's 1 on the left, 4 on the right. Now, I want you guys to write this down because today we're learning how to fix these unbalanced equations. In order to fix these unbalanced equations, you need to add to the side with fewer. Okay, so write this down on your notes because this is a rule. You want to add to the side with fewer. So if you take a look at H, the left has fewer, right? So we need to add more hydrogens to the left side, which makes sense. Okay, so we need to get H from 1 to 4, and this is pretty easy because we just have H by itself. You just keep adding H's. We add another H. We add another one. And then last one. And you guys can see now we have 4 total H's.
That makes sense.
I'm glad. And now we are balanced.
Yes, now we are balanced.
Okay, so if you guys asked me earlier about these blanks we put in numbers to indicate how many of each particle we need to have a balanced equation. So if you take a look at our bubbles, how many C's do we need to make a balanced equation on the left side?
We just need one.
1. So we put a 1 in that blank. Easy peasy, right? There's just one C on the left, so we put 1 C.
Wait, is that to like what you need to balance?
Yeah, this is what the balancing is. If you look at the H on the left side, how many H's do we have on the left side? 4. So we put a 4 in this blank.
Okay.
And then lastly, if you take a look on the right side, how many CH4s do we have? We have 1. It's one molecule. I know it's made out of different elements, but we only have one connected structure. So it's going to be 1. So this right here, and I want you to box it on your paper, is going to be your final answer. It needs to look exactly like this. Now, if you notice, there are a couple things. And I want you to write this down because this is the sign of a correct answer. You only add numbers in the blank. Okay? And this is very important. I want you to write this down. Put a star next to it so you remember. Because when people are balancing, they start adding different chemicals. So they'll start adding things like plus, like O. They'll add plus H for whatever reason. Do not add anything. When you are balancing, the only thing you are allowed to do is put numbers inside of these blanks. So when I'm quizzing you on these, your exit slips in the future, on your assignments and your labs, you are only allowed to put numbers in these blanks. You can't add anything else, okay? I want to make that very clear because we're going to do some problems right now, and people are going to start adding things to the equation. Again, you only add numbers to the blanks. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's because people always just add stuff for whatever reason. Okay, you can't add this. It's like mom's recipe. You can't change it. Keep it exactly the same. Yeah.
What else can we add to it?
Nothing.
Just the numbers. About to kick you out of this class. All right.
Mr. O?
Yes.
It smells like a Bangladesh soup.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody cooking at a different class. Okay, so I know if you guys look at this, it's a lot of work to draw the bubble diagrams, right? So there is an easier way to do this, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on to number 4. And for number 4, I want you to start by just writing down the equation with the blanks, okay? I'm going to show you how to solve it a faster way than the bubble, so you don't need to draw the bubble diagrams anymore. But what I want you to do is I want you to just copy this down. Just copy down the equation, and I'll show you the easier, faster way to solve it without doing the whole bubble diagram thing, okay? All right, so what we're going to do to solve this without the bubbles is first, we just skip the bubbles and count the elements. So we're going to look at what elements we have. So look for the capital letters. What's the first element in this equation? Yeah, N, right? So we're going to write N underneath it. So write N. Again, it's the capital letters. What other element do y'all see?
Oh.
Oh, yes. See me.
Yeah.
All right. If you notice, we have N and O on the left side, and we have N and O on the right side. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line underneath the arrow just to split the equation left side and right side. And what we're going to do is we're just going to count how many of each we have on the left side and the right side. So if you take a look at the left side, how many N's do you see on the left side of the arrow?
1.
1, yeah. You got N, no number, so there's 1. So we're going to write N, there is 1. How many O's do you see on the left side?
2.
2. There's O, but there's a 2 behind it, so there are 2. So we're going to write times 2. All right, let me give you 30 seconds. I want you to do the same thing for the right side. Write down how many N's and how many O's you have on the right side. Should be pretty easy, so take about 30 seconds. Check with your neighbor, and then we'll go over it. All right, so how many N's do we have on the right side of the arrow? 1. We got 1 N, no number, so we got 1 N. Okay? All right, now for the O's, this is one where it's a little bit tricky because you see how there's an O here and O here. So we got to add them up together. So if you look right here, how many O's are right here? 1. There's 1. I don't know what happened there. And then how many O's are right here? 3. So we have a total of 4. Good. All right. Everybody good so far? Okay. Now, if you look, the element that's unbalanced is O, right? And so we got to add to the side that has less. So we got to add to the left side. Now, lucky for us, we have a molecule that's made out of 2 oxygens, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 O2s, yeah. Yeah, we have 4 because if you look right here, there's 1 oxygen right here. Yeah, we have to combine them. Because NO is made out of nitrogen and oxygen. So if I drew this, hey ladies.
Yeah, sorry.
So if you look at NO, so look right here. You got NO. If I drew the bubble, it would look like this, right? NO. So it's made out of 2 elements, but we're counting how many there are. So there's 1 here, and there's 3 that make up this one. So a total of 4. Yeah. So that's how we count them up. All right, so we got to add O2, so we're going to put an O2 right here. And if I add an O2, how many O's are on the left side of the arrow now? 4. And now we are balanced. So what we're going to do is we're going to put numbers in these blanks. Okay, so we're going to put numbers in these blanks now. How many N's do we need on the left side? Just 1, so we put a 1 right here. Now, I know there are 4 O's, but we're looking at O2. How many O2s do we have? 2. So we put a 2. And then for the right side, do we need to add any more of these? No. So we just put 1. 1. So the answer will be 1, 2, 1, 1. And I'm going to box it, and I want you to box it so you remember. Again, we are not adding anything. We are just putting numbers in these blanks to indicate how many we need. Yes.
You have to say if it's balanced or unbalanced.
No, they're all unbalanced today. Yeah, the goal today is to make them all balanced. Together, everybody. So I'm going to scroll down a little so we have more space. So let's count with the elements. What are the elements that we have? Just give me the letters. H and O. That's it. H-O, H-O. Everybody good? Okay. So let's count how many we have. If you want to look on the left side, how many H's are on the left side? 2, yeah, because there's a 2 behind it, so there's 2. How many O's are on the left side? 2. Good. Everybody good with that? Okay, look on the right side. If you look on the right side, how many H's do we have? 2. And how many O's do we have? 1. On the right side, there's 1, because there's no number. No worries. Yeah. So we separate the left and the right side. Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff to keep track of, so if you make little mistakes, that's totally fine. All right, so if you take a look, O is not balanced. Everybody good with that? Okay. Which side needs more O? The right side. So we got to add to the right side. Now, remember what I said earlier. You can't change the equation. You can't just be like, I need an oxygen. I'm going to add an oxygen. Okay? You have to keep the recipe the same. So we have to add the molecule that has oxygen. And so we have to add H2O. Okay, so like I said, it's getting harder now. We can't just add oxygen by itself. We have to add what oxygen is inside of, which is H2O. So we're adding H2O. And if we do that, all of the numbers on the right side change, right? So if you look at the right side now, how many H's are on the right side? Not 2. 4, yeah. We had 2, and then we added 2. So we have 4. You guys see that? There's 2 here and 2 here. So
now
we have
we're gonna
4.
have some issues on the left.
Yeah. Well, let's fix up the right side first. So we got 4. Now, how many O's do we have on the right side? 2. 1 and 1 gets us to 2. Okay, so that's step 1. Everybody good? Okay. And then, like Bella said, if you notice, now the H's are messed up, so we need to add them to the left side. Lucky for us, the molecule that we need has 2 H's. So we add H2. So how many H's are on the left side now? 4. And now we are balanced with both of them. So it's basically like a game. You just need to add to the left and the right until you get the same number. And I promise you, they will always add up. If your numbers get too big, like let's say you're getting to like 7 or 8, right? That's way too high. I will never give you numbers past 5. Okay, so 5 is the limit, and I'll probably never even give you 5. Okay.
What's the answer?
So let's do the answer. Let's fill in the blanks. How many H2s do we have?
We have 2.
2, yeah. 1, 2. So our first blank is 2. Do we add any O2s?
No, just 1.
No, just 1. And then how many H2Os?
2.
2. So our answer is 2, 1, 2. And if you notice, again, we didn't change anything. We just added numbers in the blanks.
We can't remove anything, we can add some.
All right, so let's start with the counting. I'm just going to list the elements first. Oops. So we got Cu, we got S, we got O, K, C, N. Everybody go to the elements? Okay. All right, left side, we got 1 Cu, we got 1 S, 4 oxygens, and 1 of KCN. Okay. Everybody good with that? Okay. Right side, we got 1 Cu, we got 2 Cs. If you notice, this same problem from number 2 on our warm-up. So we got 2 Cs, we got 2 Ns, we have 2 Ks, 1 S, and 4 O's. So I'll pause right there so you can check your numbers. Make sure you got the same as me. And please let me know if your numbers are different.
1, 1, 4, 1.
Everybody good?
Wait.
Okay.
What'd you get the second one for?
Which one?
Never mind. Continue.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so if you look, the elements that are not balanced are K, C, and N, right? Now, they all need to be added to the left side. Lucky for us, we just need 1 of each, right? And if you look, we have a molecule that's KCN. So all we got to do is add another KCN. And if we do that, we get this to 2,
Oh my
2,
gosh.
2. So very easy fix. I know there's a lot of elements. Looks super complicated, but super easy fix. Okay, because if we add this molecule, we got 2 Ks, got 2 Cs, and 2 Ns. So let's fill in our blanks. What goes in our first blank? 1, because we didn't add anything. What goes in our second blank? 2, and then the rest of them are 1 and 1. So 1, 2, 1, 1, and again, I'm gonna box the final answer. If you look, all we did was add numbers in the blanks. We didn't change the recipe or anything like that.